Oh, sorry.
All right. You just signed that check, don't you?
Okay, the only thing I ask is you don't pass me.
Don't worry, no fear.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to welcome you all to the 6th annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event. Thank you so much to all of you who came out this morning. This walk is very, very important to Cornerstone. We appreciate all of your support, and I'm sure you guys will have very sore feet at the end of it, but it will be worth it, I promise.
So all of them.
I can attest to how the feet feel after you get out of the shoes. But it's rather fitting, isn't it, that we do try to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. I know in my previous occupation, when I started way back before some of you were born in 1970, I can tell you there were very few, if any, services for women. And Cornerstone does such a wonderful job, and that's why we're here to support them. It is people like the good folks at Cornerstone and other agencies that make our community a better place in which to live, a place that when people are suffering unnecessarily, they can go somewhere and get the kind of help that they need to make their situation better and to prepare them for a new beginning, as it were. So thank you to the good folks at Cornerstone. You do a wonderful job.
Thank you very much. And it's great to be here today. It's great to see so many people come out and support Cornerstone and the fantastic work that they do here. And it's always nice to go after Rick. So he says it all. But it's very important that we continue to support Cornerstone. And you're the port of safety and shelter when the storms hit hard for so many women in our communities. And it's sad that we actually have to have a Cornerstone, but it's fantastic that we do have it here to assist those in need. So thank you very much for all your work, and thank you, gentlemen, for braving the potential ankle-breaking walk this morning. So good luck, be safe, slow steps, my friends, slow steps.
As a charter member of this event, it's really, I think it's really wonderful the way the participation level has grown. And it's, I think, although fundraising is an important part of this, the other important aspect of it is to raise awareness among men, have men participate. And the more men that we have participate, the more awareness that there is on the unacceptable family violence issue that we're trying to deal with. And so I welcome all of you. I see another charter member here, York Bell-Smith, back here from Pine Ridge Broadcasting. And normally, where's Scott McCoubry? But Scott McCoubry's a charter member, always takes part in it, so I'm sure he'll be here before it starts. But anyway, so it's very satisfactory for me to to see so many people taking part. It's an annual event that I think we should continue on, and there's no doubt that as we continue on with it, it's going to benefit the whole program and Cornerstone Family Violence Prevention Center. So thank you again for coming out and supporting it.
Oh, I practice walking. Yeah, I practice walking in high heels every day. When you're 5'4", you just, you wear high heels, and it was just fun to see men taking part, and it's a fun way of raising awareness. And if we can do these things with a sense of humor, I think it has all the more impact. So we just put the whining of the men whose feet were hurting aside and recognize it's all in a good cause.
To recommend other communities do it?
I think if we could have every community across the province engaged in an activity like this, and I think Walk a Mile in Her Shoes is again, it's a fun activity, and it's something that everybody can take part in. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It starts conversations. Kids ask, why are you walking? Why are these people walking in shoes? What's going on? And then you start the conversation of why it's important to be aware of violence in the community, violence against women.
For those who don't know me, my name's Linda Jansen, and I'm the Executive Director, and I'm channeling Janis Joplin today. I just want to make a couple of comments with respect to this event and its importance. It's the major fundraiser of the year for us, and we hope each year it will grow. Sadly, we do have to continue to raise funds in increasing amounts each year to meet the needs of our county. But as equally as important to the fundraising component is the fact that the men are really involved in taking leadership here. Gender violence is not a women's issue. It doesn't happen with women all alone. It is an issue that is a social issue, and it involves everyone. You cannot solve the problem without men and women working together to do that. You folks, you men particularly who are here today, are taking a leadership role in demonstrating that you want this problem to end and that you want to work towards a county free of family violence, and we thank you very much for that.
Actually, I would just quickly like to announce that the Premier Kathleen Wynne is here, and she will be joining us for our walk. So, very exciting.
Oh my goodness, Remy! Oh, these wonderful, friendly faces. Come on, girlfriend, let's go. Kathleen Wynne, Ontario's Premier. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Kathleen Wynne, everybody, right here in Cobourg. Thank you for coming.
Wow, work the crowd.
Thank you very much, Linda. As I said at the start of just prior to the race, as a charter member, I'm just so delighted to see how the participation level has grown in this event. And this year, I've just been informed we had just under 50, which is the highest number we've ever had. And I think that's so wonderful. As I said, it's the participation that makes the event important, because that's what's really raising the level of awareness, and that's the only way we're going to beat down this family violence issue that is just totally unacceptable. So, and I was also negligent in my first speech by not introducing a regular member of our walk, and that's Councillor David Turk from our neighbouring Port Hope. So thanks for coming out again, David, and helping us out. Very much appreciated. and to our chief, Kai Lu. This is his first experience.
It's an experience.
And fortunately, we've got him locked into a contract, so he can't get out. Because he wasn't too excited about, I would say, halfway through the walk.
So just so you know, whenever I go, but I don't have to do that today because my wife and granddaughter here to join me. But normally when I go home after this walk that I've been doing for a number of years, I go, so tell me, in very simple words, why do you women do this?
For you! Exactly!
So I was just telling that story to the Premier, and she said the same thing.
Exactly.
She said the same thing. Anyways, I'm just delighted today that a good friend of mine, that I've known her since 2003. We had the pleasure of working with her at Queen's Park, and she chose to be in Cobourg today because of what you're doing and the cause. And because I know how passionate she is about community, how passionate she is about the needs of communities, and she just wanted to be here. The challenge was we weren't quite sure what exact time she was going to be here. But anyway, she made it for the beginning. So without further ado, a good friend of mine, a fantastic lady, a fantastic leader, which I'm proud to call her our Premier Kathleen Wynne. Welcome.
Thank you, Lou, and it's such an honor to be here. And I have to say, as someone who wears high heels pretty much every day, the whining was kind of music to my ears. It's kind of the point of put yourself in her shoes, right? It's great to be here, and I want to acknowledge all the elected officials and thank you so much for your work. Lou, thank you for your service over the years, and I want to acknowledge every volunteer who put together this event. Thank you very much for all of your work, because it takes a lot of people, a lot of logistics, and I just want to sing the praises of Cornerstone and the work that is done to support people, women who are trying to get out of violent situations, the preventative work that is done with children in the schools. We're talking about a societal issue. It doesn't have to do with a particular region. It doesn't have to do with a particular socioeconomic group. It's not a particular race or culture. We're talking about across society. Violence against women is a huge and difficult issue, and so that's why we, as a government, we put in more than $140 million. We support over 90 organizations that work to eradicate violence against women and deal with the ramifications. But there is nothing that replaces community awareness and neighbors and friends and parents and grandparents and kids understanding that violence against women exists, and understanding that it takes each one of us to put a stop to it. So I want to thank the men who are here. Your whining aside, I want to thank you for coming out and taking part. And my understanding is that this event in Cobourg grows every year, and I know that, there were people walking, you were all walking, but there were lots of people watching. And so that's where the awareness part comes in, because their kids will say, Dad, what was that about? And then the conversation begins in family. So thank you so very much for taking part. This is how we change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Premier Wynne, for your words. I think you carry an important message. We really appreciate you having been here today to support our walk, and welcome to Cobourg and to your best town in Ontario. So, and also, Lou, thank you so much for arranging this. Lou has always been a good supporter of Cornerstone. Again, I just want to reinforce the message that you guys are leaders in this issue, and we can't thank you enough. Some of you have walked all 6 years, some of you are newer, but we really hope you'll all come back again. Thank you so much for your support. I also want to thank all our sponsors, all of the people who came to support our walkers, and our volunteers, and some of our staff have volunteered as well. And Janelle for doing a superb job of organizing today.
This event is really, for me, it's indicative of the kind of thing that we need to be doing in communities. You know, it's great. The government puts in $140+ million a year. We support nearly 100 organizations, but communities themselves need to be involved in awareness raising. So I wanted to just be here to support this cause.